Alright, we live. Let's stop playing games. I am him, AM Media. This is Ben.
I'm here.
This is Ben. Hold on, let me get this. We gonna get this right.
I'm Ben.
Get in this camera. Uh huh. Alright, so what we are here to talk about? What are we here to talk about today?
WandaVision episode 4 and 5?
Yeah, 4
4
and 5.
and 5?
Because for one, I was gonna do an episode earlier, but I needed somebody else's input on I needed somebody else's input on like the Easter eggs and every other detail that's in there. Because I'm a fan of comics, I'm a fan of fiction, but sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to do all the research that's required to do these reviews. So I got someone to help me out and I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright. So, episode 4. It was a slight origin of Monica Rambeau.
And they did connect all the episodes that way too.
Mm-hmm. Well, Monica Rambeau, as I talked about in the last one, was the second Captain America, but she was the second written Captain Marvel, and but she was the original Captain Marvel. Mm-hmm. She was like the character they talked about who was first.
She was the first female Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was Captain Marvel.
And yes, he looks completely different, whole different alien species and everything. You said Captain Marvel?
Marvel, yeah, he's Kree. He's Marvel, yeah, Marvel was Kree.
Mm-hmm.
And of course they changed him in the movie. Because him was a her in the movie. And she died like that.
Yeah. So the point is, I like how they connected it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like the connection that they're doing between the movie and the show. Hell, the budget is over $200 million
for WandaVision.
Yeah,
it was pretty high.
Yeah, it was up there.
It has.
It was a rumor of like 200 million.
Due to certain circumstances, they can't really do movies as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing shows.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing shows anyway.
Yeah, I feel like you get more depth with shows.
But so Monica wakes up, military comes up, it's a military camp, but it's part of Sword, I think.
Sword.
So
Sword terrorists.
They deal with supernatural more so than alien. Technically, it's all alien, but more so supernatural. And they pick her up because she was, I guess, on her own mission. It's a whole missing town. That was the crazy thing. So when you talk about reality warping, that's crazy. It's a missing town. This is a feat. Every movie with superheroes has like feats that someone has done. To have a town that's missing,
that's a big thing on your resume.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Dr. Strange is gonna help her eventually. Down the road. So she's in the new Doctor Strange movie that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, a year after.
I think so. The Madness.
Mm-hmm. Madness in the Multiverse.
Madness in Multiverse. So yeah, so that's what I'm. So she has a town missing, and basically the town is under her control. You learn that in episode 5, because Vision, of course, is the only one that seems to be up on everything that's going on. So while Vision is trying to break through every episode, and I think it has something to do with the fact that he's dead, or the Mind Stone, or a combination of both. I don't know, but
I think maybe because he's not fully human, he's more of
that
an
too.
android. So his mind probably works a lot differently than humans.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, I could see that. I could see where not being able to take full control, because you see that in a lot of things related to anything with comic books.
Uh-huh.
When you're not fully human, or you're just another type of species. It's hard to take control of your mind. But Vision is just being blocked because she has this reality warping ability where she not only can provide force fields. I thought that Agatha was working with her, training her
Yeah.
or helping her with certain spells to maybe further further everything that's going on in the town. But episode 5, the chick from Thor,
Darcy.
the one that kept calling Mjolnir Mew Mew.
Yeah.
So she's in here, and she's like studying the hex field. They actually called it that.
Yeah, the hex field. That's what her powers. Her powers technically hex.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch. Well, apparently she paid attention to Natalie Portman's character, and she's now smart.
Hmm. I was gonna say that. It was like it's weird.
She changed since she was first introduced in Thor.
Hmm. She was way different in Thor. She was the bubbly, not. She wasn't the intellectual one. She was the comic relief.
It seemed like she took that because of the easy A.
Hmm.
So
Oh, she was an intern.
she was an intern.
Yeah, she was an intern.
She
Okay.
was her intern in the beginning of her debut.
Oh, that's important. Intern. Now she actually can talk about.
Really smart.
Now she can talk. But you know, everybody that's in comic book things, everybody's a genius level intellect.
Yeah.
Or they're an engineer or something. Like you could pull up Cisco Ramon from The Flash. She's a genius level engineer. Somehow he also knows chemistry and all these other. Everybody's a super genius. If you don't have powers, you're a genius.
Well, that's probably from the chemistry aspect.
Oh my god.
I mean, it makes sense with Firestorm.
Yeah,
because half his mind is a nuclear physicist.
Yeah, nuclear physicist. You study multiple different levels of science to become that.
Yeah.
With the engineer, you just saying he's an engineer, but you're not. He's a mechanical engineer. He's a electrical.
That will be like an introduction, like Iron Man. Oh, he's an engineer, a physics,
Mm-hmm.
a biochemist,
bioengineering.
And you have all this list of stuff he's qualified for.
Yeah, he could just adapt. So, and that's what, but beyond that, that's what she is. That's what she's studying. So she's more familiar with these supernatural things. Remember, they were studying Einstein Rosen bridges, portals, wormholes. That's what they were calling the Rainbow Bridge on Thor 1. But then he was saying, hey, your science and our magic's one and the same, blah, blah, blah. Now, continuing on, damn, I didn't even know we was talking this long. It's been 9 minutes already. The connection is perfect between the movie and the TV show. That is the only thing that I really take notice to.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen crossovers that try to relate. We've seen DC Comics have Green Lantern. They had Superman Returns all in the DC crossover when they did Crisis.
Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Yeah. But this is different. Y'all remember I was saying how Quicksilver is her brother in the last episode. For those that watch, uh, Quicksilver died in
And
Avengers 2 from Ultron, their attack. Um, Now,
This is a new Quicksilver.
X-Men was recently bought by Fox. The rights to the X-Men movies and characters.
Yeah. Disney bought Fox.
Disney bought Fox.
All the content.
You seen that? You seen like little parodies and TV shows like Family Guy and Simpsons. You seen different things out there that let you know, okay, Fox, Disney, okay, they making a move. Something is happening. Now, the reason why I say this is because Quicksilver is back. That was crazy.
Yeah, Quicksilver, but it's not the Quicksilver from Avengers. It's the Quicksilver from X-Men. And he didn't die. So I don't know if he's transitioning from another multiverse or if they're just now merging them. I don't understand what they're gonna do with it.
I don't understand either. I hope that it actually does bring light to the other universes.
I think this is gonna make way for her to become Doctor Strange too.
Multiverse of Madness. So, yeah, Multiverse of Madness, okay.
I mean,
that is a way for her to exist. For him to exist. Because he isn't dead. He survived Apocalypse. Now, that's crazy because Apocalypse will technically be the strongest villain ever seen in the MCU.
somehow.
They say Thanos, but I think they really mean the Infinity Gauntlets as a relic. That's the strongest item ever used in the MCU. Let's be clear. Apocalypse power set is way crazier than Thanos.
He has more best right.
Yeah.
No, Thanos did without the Infinity Gauntlet fought off Ego.
Mm-hmm.
Ego had to spit him out just to survive.
Because Thanos is powerful. He's Titan.
He's the Eternal.
So, born on Titan as an Eternal, the Eternals is the beings, I think, before the earthly beings that became mutants. So, in the cosmic realm, you have the Celestials, and you have the Eternals and Deviants, which are the gods.
Eternals are like the tribal tribunal, the living tribunal. You got Eternity and Infinity, and those are actually beings in the Marvel universe.
The abstract beings are part of the Eternals?
No. Those are like the top brass.
Oh, because
the Eternals are totally entirely different.
I think the abstract beings are abstract beings.
Yes, they're like the
they're their own class.
They're
chaos, order, love, hate.
They would brought the universe into being.
Mm-hmm. Because you had even before that, you had beings like that they don't really talk about is Nemesis, which is the embodiment of the Infinity Gauntlets. She was the being that existed before this universe or this universe's Big Bang. So Nemesis is the reason for the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Gems. She separated, her being separated, and she became the gems. The reason why I'm saying all of this is because those items is part of the relics that are the most powerful relics in the Marvel period. So when you have beings like Apocalypse that possesses multi levels of powers versus Thanos as like he's strong in his own right. Opinion. This is opinion. Mm-hmm. This do not reflect Marvel facts or anybody that's a fan that could argue otherwise. This is my opinion. I really do feel like Apocalypse is stronger toe to toe than Thanos. And for him to be the villain that they used in Fox universe of Marvel when it comes to the X-Men before the buy, I would like to see them reference all of that. I want to see them reference Marvel in the Fox universe, X-Men and Apocalypse and that being who was faster?
Well, are you talking about Quicksilver?
Quicksilver's.
It's one of the X-Men. And he's probably one of the best products that the Fox X-Men has produced.
Yeah.
It's Quicksilver.
I don't think that's probably really up for discussion at that long. One, the scenes that they showcase with their speed is way different. I don't think bullets would have gotten that Quicksilver.
No. And if you remember, both those Quicksilvers were in Kick-Ass before they were in the Marvel universe, Marvel X-Men universe. They were both best friends.
Yeah.
And they both became Quicksilvers.
Yeah, and they still in Marvel because Kick-Ass is still part of a little part of Marvel. But
Really?
yeah, it is. It really is. I'm gonna show a clip of it or like a picture of it in the video.
Okay.
But yeah, man. So that's it. Yo, Quicksilver's in here. Monica Rambeau is trying to explain to Scarlet Witch like, yo, man, we know that it's something going on with you, but what's up? But she like, hey, my universe that I created, my little area, my bubble, my hex bubble is perfect for me, so don't ruin it.
I don't think she's a troll or started this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought she's just making the best of what she's got because she is not being hunted or wanted for fugitive because of what she did.
Right.
And we can't forget about Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo is
he's the agent, and I'm thinking because they're introducing Jimmy Woo, we might get Agents of Atlas or another superhero team.
So while this episode 5 is coming out, I want to say this. He mentioned this earlier, and I took a note down of Mephisto. That's a rumor. Mephisto is Satan in the Marvel multiverse.
Yeah.
He is the one behind all of the evil that is in there, even except for, or even beings like Null, or maybe not. I think Null is probably one that may possibly be separate, but evil period.
Mm-hmm.
Mephisto. He's also the one famously that gave Ghost Rider his powers. Put a little picture up for that too.
That's a big thing, big moment in everything. But Mephisto is actually in demon literature.
Mm-hmm.
He's the double of deals.
Yeah.
So.
And so that's also important. Mephisto he is behind all of the magic in Marvel when it comes to dark magic and darker types of magic. The different beings like Vashanti that you hear Doctor Strange say, you'll hear those type of beings a lot. He has connections with all of those type of beings. We'll get into that in another video. But Agatha, Doctor Strange, all of this playing a part. You're starting to see the levels of abilities. It's shifting in the MCU. It's no longer just planetary things. Once Thanos got there, everything was going to change. Well, actually, once Doctor Strange movie happened, everything was going to change. Thanos being the character and Loki being behind the mischief, behind everything starting, all of that is going to tie in. Loki later.
There's a Loki TV that comes out.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like they're gonna explain a lot.
Yeah. So this video is running on 20 minutes. So the kids use their abilities to grow. 5 years.
So he can age at will.
Aging,
I don't know.
I don't know if it's
I don't know if it's aging
or just their
or
bodies,
it's probably their half synthetic android.
because he could transform himself also. Cause I was saying in one video that Vision reminds me of Martian Manhunter, and
I think Vision was actually taken uh was inspired by Martian Manhunter.
yeah, I think, and I want to focus in on that because I want to do a separate video where we basically